You weren't meant to just survive the 9 to 5. You know what I mean? Like you didn't just go to school, get a job, survive trauma, and build resilience just to live for your weekends and for 2 weeks of PTO. Like, really? No, that cannot be your life. It will not be your life. Okay. We are going to speak that into existence for you today. In fact, if you're exhausted, but you're still showing up, then this is a video I made specifically with you in mind. Okay. This is your sign. And by the way, whether you're new to me or true to me, welcome or welcome back. Katrina Marie here, also known as the Boss Chick Biz Coach and your fearless legacy leader. I also deem myself a freedom strategist because I was someone who left my corporate cushy career at the height of my career. So I left corporate America even when I was making a 6-figure salary, great benefits, perks, benefits, the whole nine, you name it. And I was not fulfilled. And so now that's why I do the work that I do, helping other women free themselves from the traditional 9 to 5. So if you are a successful career woman or high achieving woman entrepreneur, then I'm here to support you and teach you how to build an aligned and profitable online brand and business without sacrificing your soul and sanity or compromising your health, healing, and happiness. And that's what we're here to talk about today. Okay. I want to make sure that you understand that the 9 to 5 was never designed for your expansion, like ever. It was not designed for our expansion. That's not what it was ever about. In fact, there's some real history there, a long history about the 40-hour work week, and the 8-hour work day. Like, it wasn't made or designed with you or me in mind. And I won't go too deep in the history, but I do want to touch on it just a little bit to give you some context around this. Okay. In case you weren't aware, didn't really know the background, feel free to look it up yourself. Okay. Because what I need you to know is this: the concept of the job, the 9 to 5 and an 8-hour workday, right? It originated like way back, like way back in the 1800s. Okay. And it was popularized by, I should first start saying it was designed in the 1800s with the American labor unions. And then it was popularized in the 1920 with Henry Ford, okay, or by Henry Ford. And it became like the standard thing, right, that we're supposed to do, or that they, because I wasn't born yet, neither were you, supposed to do back when, during the post-World War II economic boom. Okay, and that's the quick and skimmy of it that I want you to realize. So it's clearly, though, an outdated tradition. We are here in 2025, okay? And it's outdated just like 8 tracks, okay? Just like cassette tapes, just like vinyl records. You know what I mean? Like, am I dating myself? So you get the point. If you are a Gen Xer like me, you get it, right? You know about all of those things. So Black women, especially women of color, Black women in particularly, listen, we were taught to, the saying, right? We were taught to work twice as hard for half as much. And that old adage still holds true. It really and truly does, unfortunately, right? We work for half the price, half the pay, right? Half the peace. You know what I'm saying? So I want to remind you something. I want to remind you that you were born with brilliance, but you were not built for burnout. Okay? I want you to hold on to that. Let that simmer. You were born with brilliance. You were not built for burnout. So, and survival, by the way, is not the goal. Okay? Survival is not the goal. So we have got to get out of this mindset of, we are used to working in survival mode. And so that's all we know. It's familiar territory. So that's what we should continue to do. No, we need to learn how to embrace ease, right? Embrace ease. That soft life that everybody talks about, it's a real thing. We've already done the hard work. We've already strived and made it to the level of excellence that we strive to achieve. Like, we've been there, done that. Okay. That's not what this is about. So I want you to get rid of that mindset. Okay. The job is keeping you barely above water. JOB, just over broke. Right? You've heard that. And if you haven't heard it before, well, you've heard it here first. But that's all it does. Just barely above water, barely surviving. It is a trap. It is truly a trap. That's why they call it a rat race. That's part of why. Okay, we won't get into that. I digress. Listen, you're dreaming though. You're not. You're what you're dreaming of. You're dreaming of rest. You're dreaming of peace. You're dreaming of travel. You're dreaming of creativity. You're dreaming of time and financial freedom and location freedom and freedom, real freedom that you're not going to achieve if you're shackled to a desk, so to speak. If you're working in the corporate plantation, modern day slavery, even if you're wearing the golden handcuffs, right? I know, because a lot of us, myself included, I had the same syndrome. Girl, it's not worth it. It's not worth it because you still are stuck in cycles. And I do want to give you a reframe of how to think about this, because I know sometimes, we get so unmotivated, so burnt out, so tired, so exhausted, so over it, that we are starting to feel like at this age, like, are we lazy? Like, what's happening? No, you're not lazy at all. You're just exhausted from carrying dreams that don't belong to you. You need to build your own. Okay? You need to build your own because you were meant to thrive, not just barely survive and get by with a job. Okay? And what does thriving look like? Thriving looks like alignment. Thriving looks like autonomy. Thriving looks like abundance. Right? So for me, just to share a personal moment with you, as I often do, when I left that survival mode, because I had to leave that, okay, behind. It was not serving me well at all, ever. But when I left that survival mode, I felt like I had really gotten my 8th win. Like really, really, and truly, I felt so re-inspired, rejuvenated, re-energized, refreshed, revived, resuscitated. Like I was flatlining, okay? And I had to take the parts and pieces of me that was dying, a slow death, even though I was alive. Inside, I felt like I was dying, right? And I was fading away fast. I had to figure out how to get out of here because this is a deep, dark place I don't want to be, okay? And that's what I did. I had the CPR and AED skills that I needed since I am a whole nurse, okay? And I went ahead and I was like, you know what? I'm going to build me a toolbox that I need to succeed, to help myself, to give myself CPR, okay? And that's what I do for women like you now, is give you those same CPR skills and that toolbox that you need. And that's what you use in combination with what you already have inside of you in order to succeed in this life. So when I stopped surviving, there was like a major shift for me, major shift. Like I just started feeling at peace. I was operating from a place of peace. Like there was so much creativity that came out of me again, and I felt healed and whole again, not broken in so many places, in so many aspects of my life. And that's what I want for you, especially if you're feeling that right now too. Like, how can I get out of this? There must be a way. There is. Okay. So if you feel that right now, in fact, if you're getting what I'm giving and you love these gems I'm dropping, go ahead and leave a comment right now so we can get this discussion popping. I would love to know what's pulling on your heartstrings. Where are you in your journey? Be it your life journey, your entrepreneurial journey. Are you feeling what I'm saying? Are you picking up the pieces? Are you, like, what's the aha moment for you? Let's go ahead and continue the dialogue beyond this video, okay, in the comments. And if you're getting value so far from my content, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single episode whenever I drop new content and or go live. So let me go ahead and get back to the conversation at hand. And I want you to know that you can thrive on your own terms. That would be important for you to know. Thrive on your own terms. doesn't that sound so freeing, so liberating, so fabulous, right? And it actually is attainable. It really and truly is. It's a new model, okay? Whether you heard about it or not, it's called holistic success. And that is the methodologies from which I teach. All of my teaching methodologies revolve around holistic success. See, I used to be someone who deemed myself as a career transition coach and startup business expert. And I kind of focused on those two things mostly. But I always felt like I needed to be integrating holistic success, holistic wellness for your overall well-being, because we can't address the career, right, if our relationships are falling apart. We can't just address the business when inside we feel like we're dying and we feel unfulfilled and burnt out, right? We can't address just one part or piece of your life because you're a whole person. So all of you matter. Every aspect that you are connected to matters, right? Because all of that will affect your bottom line and how you show up every day, be it in the workplace or in business or whatever other part of life. Like if you are on the brink of a divorce, right? If you are if your health is declining in some way, if you are experiencing chronic stress or medical illness, or you're taking care of, ailing family members, ill family members, or ailing family members, either way, because we are Gen Xers, we are the sandwich generation, right? We might have one of our kids in crisis, even though they're adult children or college age. At the same time, we are shouldering the responsibilities of our households, right? And then we've got whatever else going on. So it's just like all of that affects us. And so a holistic approach is where it's at, right? Wellness, income aligned with your impact. It all matters. It all matters, right? So I just want to encourage you, you don't need permission to thrive at all on your terms. You just need a plan in place, and you need to know what to do. Step 1, 2, 3, ABC, right? What do you need to do to get from where you are now to where it is you ultimately want to be? How can you execute that? And that's where a holistic business coach like myself comes in. And so I just invite you to build your next level with me to unimaginable heights, because listen, you weren't put on this earth to work, pay bills, and die, and then you're done. No. Who does that? Not in this lifetime, not on my watch, right? As long as you got me in your corner, it ain't gonna happen, sis. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm here for you. So let's build life together. Let's build a life worth waking up to, right? That legacy that you're meant to lead for not only you, but your family for generations to come. They're depending on you and you're depending on you. So let's go deeper. Build a relationship, figure out what we need to do to get you again from where you are now stuck to where it is you want to be, so you can get out of this maddening cycle of unfulfillment. Okay, you can book a clarity call with me. We can always start there. It's always a good place to start. And or if you're like, nope, you know what, I'm ready to go deeper. I'm ready to get the support I really need. I'm tired of just, playing small. I'm ready to go big, go hard, okay, great. And go deeper. Then go ahead and book a VIP day with me, okay? You can book one for 4 hours, 6 hours, or 8 hours. They're all at different price points. Go ahead and check that out. I'll leave the link to the link in the pinned comment below to all of the resources actually that I have available to you. And if you want to get into one of my group coaching programs, we can talk about that too. If you're not sure, but you need some kind of support, but you're not sure which one's the best for you, then that's where you need to start with the clarity call, okay? And by the way, if you are going to get in one of my group coaching programs and you start with the clarity call and we decide to enroll you, I do credit back the amount that the clarity call cost. Okay. So just know it's essentially free, but I want you to show up for not just me, but for yourself. Okay. And that's why I charge for those besides. And no, it's not a free coaching call. It's a way for us to decide what you need exactly right now and how I can support you. Okay. And like I said, if you decide to work with me, then that credit will be credited to the whatever you decide to apply to or enroll in. Okay. So just so you know that as well. Anyways, I just want you to know this is a time for you to reclaim your freedom and your first class life. Okay. Reach unimaginable heights. Period. If you reach for the stars, but you get as far as the purple moon, okay, as I call it, that's good enough, right? That's still beyond where you are right now, well beyond. So I just want you to have a realistic view of what your life can truly be, and that it can truly be amazing. And freedom is where it's at, okay? And having options, by the way, is freedom. So I'm giving you a few options here for you to work with me. So let's go ahead and get on a call together. Anyways, that's my time. I'm going to tune out while you tune in. Be sure to share this video out with at least 3 friends and watch the next video that YouTube recommends, okay? As always, and until next time, I am wholeheartedly in this journey with you. Bye for now.